Welcome to another TikTok Tuesday. Today we will be taking a look at @FlatTruth on TikTok, where he has claimed to have found proof that NASA is lying to us. Now let's take a look.
Let's wake some more people up. Here is NASA's official image of the dark side of the moon. Let's disregard the fact that the Earth is fully illuminated, yet the dark side of the moon obviously is not. We share the same sun, so how is that photo even possible?
Let's talk about his first claim. Yes, we can see that the Earth is illuminated here. This picture was taken by the Discovery spacecraft that is orbiting us opposite of our spin, meaning that it should always stay in the illuminated side of Earth, meaning we should see the illuminated side of the moon here. But why don't we? We actually do. If you look at the left side of the Earth and the moon, the edge looks nice and crisp, while the right side looks soft and fuzzy. That's because we are not looking at the Earth straight on. We are slightly seeing the night side. Same with the moon. We're seeing the illuminated side, it just doesn't look bright because the camera is set for the Earth, not the moon. This picture is actually in a set showing the moon come into and out of frame. The last picture in the set, we can actually see a large amount of the unilluminated side of the moon.
But let's dive a little deeper, shall we? So NASA claims that the Earth has a diameter of 8,000 miles and the moon has a diameter of 2,000 miles, making the Earth have a diameter that is 4 times bigger than the moon. I took 2 household items, a volleyball and a baseball, and I recreated the image that I showed in the first slide. NASA claims that the moon is 220,000 miles away, and since the moon allegedly has a diameter of 2,000 miles, that would mean that there's a distance roughly equivalent to 100 moons between the moon and the Earth. But when I recreated it using 2 objects that are similar in size proportionally, there is only room for 1 baseball between this baseball and the volleyball, meaning that in that image that NASA shows that the moon should be only roughly 2,000 to 3,000 miles away from the surface of Earth. Ooh.
This is a common case of a flat earther misrepresenting data and not understanding scale. The camera that took the picture from NASA was 1,000,000 miles away from Earth. So to fit the model that he's created, the camera would have to be 84 feet away from the volleyball. That's almost a full basketball court. And the baseball would have to be 20.5 feet away from the volleyball. Now let's take that same model but shrink it down because I don't have a camera good enough to take a picture at 85 feet. If the Earth is 1 inch in diameter, the moon would be 1/4 of an inch. The Earth and moon would be 30 inches apart, and the Earth to the Discovery spacecraft would be 126 inches or 10.5 feet. Here is the picture from NASA, and here's the picture I took with the correct scaling and distances. Here it is zoomed in. It's an exact match. I have seen many flat earthers try and use this picture as proof that NASA is lying to us, but it's quite the opposite. If you tested with the correct scaling and distance, which this TikToker did none of those things, what this does prove is just because something doesn't make sense to you doesn't mean that it isn't true. And that's it for this week's TikTok Tuesday. Come back on Thursday where I will have a full-length video from the Flat Earth community to debunk. And if you would like to find me on TikTok, find me at ADHD_projects. My focus on TikTok is more 3D printing and not as much Flat Earth, but it is a fun time anyways. If you like 3D printing or nerd things, go check me out there as well.